Hi, GERO 200, teaching assistants. Okay, I'm going to do a quick primer for how to do the grading. A lot of you guys are veterans. We have a new TA, Semi Sohn, who got her master's in gerontology and worked directly with Maria Hankey for a number of years. So that is super awesome to have her on board. So what you do, Sami, is you go into Blackboard for the course. Boom. There's Sami's son right there. Welcome back, Princess, Kelly, and Tim. Okay, Julie is the point person. All the emails go through. If you have any questions directed at you by a student, punt it to Julie, all right? Because she decides everything, all righty? And they will pester you, just to let you know, Sami, okay? All righty, so the things that the students are responsible for, they're gonna be doing these automated quizzes. If you've watched the other video that I sent you, Blackboard grades that automatically, so it's really no problem for you, okay? You'll be grading the discussions, okay? And again, if you look at the other video, it describes how the students go into the discussions, and then you'll be grading this right here, okay? And these are the critical thinking assignments and final review paper, okay? This is where the students go to submit. If you click that right there, boom, okay? It talks about what they do, and this is kind of the rubric, but really, really, long-winded. And it tells the students, right, if they want to know how we grade, that you go into My Grades. I'm sure you remember that, Sami. And to get there, what you do is you just go into Tools, bump, okay, and you go over to My Grades, bump, okay, and we see right here, this is the rubric that all the TAs will be using when grading the writing assignments. This is a 10-page paper. This right here are like 3-page papers, okay? So if you click on View Rubric, Sami, it pops up. Did they do this? Do they do this? Do they do this? And Julie will direct you in terms of how you do the grading, okay? All right, that is awesome. Okay, so we'll go back to the home page, which is the announcements page, okay? What we then do, I'm going to scroll down here, Sami, for what you do in terms of grading. You go to the Full Grade Center. So I already opened it up. So we click here, Full Grade Center, Full Grade Center, okay? And we scroll this way to look at all the assignments, and you can see there's a ton of assignments. Now this right here, these are the quizzes I was talking to you about, Sami, that are automatically being graded by Blackboard. So it's just bam, 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 it's multiple choice questions. Okay, this is the labor that you have each week, and that is to do the discussions, okay? All right, and we can go all the way down into your neck of the woods in terms of the alphabet. And I'm guessing they say it's something like this or something like somewhere around here. I really I haven't looked at Julie's distribution, but let's just assume, Sami, that you are about right here, okay? And so you would go into Camilla Richardson's grading right now. So you would click right here, okay? And it says grade user activity, and that's what you're going to do, okay? It's going to come up. Bam. Okay, so remember that to get full credit, they have to have 1 primary post. There it is. And 3 posts on their friends' websites, okay? The rubric, okay, that Julie will be sending you is the primary post right here is worth 0.75 points. It has to have some substance. This is the opening, hey, hi, how are you? It doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? So that's 0.75 points, and then you add a 0.25, a 0.25, and a 0.25 for the remaining 3, all right? So altogether then, you can see up here, it's then worth 1.5 points, okay? And they're gonna do more than this, okay? So what you then do, Sami, is you come up here. So Camilla completed the job, so you give them 1.5 points, okay? And you personalize this, and you say, right here, you can say, nice meeting you, Cam. You probably got it wrong, okay? And I should not have done full caps, so I'm gonna go back. That was my finger slipping. Cam, get it wrong, yes. Cam, Sorry, A-R-Y-A. There, boom. Okay. I look forward to your posts this semester. Okay, something like that. Now, when we get into the actual substance of the actual course, then you say, way to look at the population of Kenya, Camira, whatever it is, just so they get a, you don't have to go crazy, but I want them to understand that we are indeed reading everything that they put in, okay? And that'll be even more so the case. You go into a little bit more, and I'll send you a video about that as well, Sammy, when we do the 3 papers, okay? All right, so I'm gonna hit submit right there. And then if you want to go to your next students, you go like this. You go hit this button up on top, okay? And it took you to Robbie Matty, okay? And that's great. And so you say, great choice of majors, Matty. Oh, sorry. There. And then you hit 1.5. Because they're a human development of an aging major. Maybe you recruited them, Sammy. I have no idea. All right. So they got it, and you hit submit. Boom. All right. You go to your next student in your list, and you go according to the distribution of the alphabet. Okay. All righty. So when you are done with this, you can kind of hit OK. Okay. So I did a couple there. All right. And there's the 2 that Sammy just graded if Sammy was me. All right. Bum, bum, bum. All right. And that's how it goes. Now we're going to see later on that the discussion gets a little bit more rigorous because we're getting into content instead of a hey, how are you? Okay. All right. So that is it. The other thing that is super important, Sammy, is Julie's already done this here. Okay. But when somebody has failed to put something in and it's past the due date for the discussion, for the paper, whatever it is, okay? Let's say Chris Trong was in your group, okay? So they've missed the due date. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go boom, like that, and it comes up with the box. You're gonna type in a 0, okay? And then you just hit enter on your keyboard, and it's done, okay? And the reason that's important, okay, is if you don't put a 0, it does not include that 0 in their weighted total over here, which is boom, right there, okay? So by doing that, this guy has an F as of right now, a 0, okay? And the weighted total just keeps adding for every session of grading that we do. So it gives them a feel of what their grade is based on percentile at every point in the course as it progresses. And that's why it's important that we stay on the grading, okay? All right, I think that's kind of about it. All the other stuff is gonna be coming later, so it doesn't really apply to you, Sammy, okay? So we go click back here, and I'm gonna say goodbye to Sammy and everybody else, and this is awesome.